Good morning. A suspicious device causes a West Valley apartment complex to evacuate, what led Metro Police to the building in the first place. And the weather today is going to be perfect for egg hunting. Sally Jaramillo joins us with her Weather Now forecast. Plus, it's Game 6 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, how Golden Knights players say they're dealing with the pressure ahead of today's game.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now, Weekend Edition.
Good morning and happy Easter, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on 8 News Now. I'm Orko Manno. We'll get to those stories in just a minute, but we start in Sri Lanka, where at least 207 people have been killed in explosions this Easter Sunday. Local officials say the blast happened at least 3 churches and 4 luxury hotels all at the same time. Hundreds have been hurt in the explosions as well. Authorities say 7 people linked to the attack have been arrested. Back here in the valley, an apartment on the west side of town was evacuated last night due to a suspicious device. It started around 7:30 at the Breakers apartments near Sahara and Wallapai. Metro Police say it was at that time they received reports of a man with a gun. Officers were able to negotiate and eventually take the man into custody. Shortly after, Metro found a suspicious device inside his apartment. Surrounding units were evacuated as the Las Vegas bomb squad and Metro Armor were called out. No details about the device have been released. Henderson Police need your help finding the people behind a series of mail thefts at 2 city post offices. Postal inspectors say they're not exactly sure how much mail has been stolen, but it could potentially be thousands of pieces. They say the thefts happened after the mail was delivered from a central sorting plant, but before it reached carriers for delivery. Anyone with any information is urged to contact the mail theft hotline at 877-876-2455. And it looks like the weather today is going to be absolutely perfect for everyone hunting for eggs this Easter Sunday. Sally Jaramillo has more in her Weather Now forecast.
Good Sunday morning and happy Easter to you. Well, those southwest breezes yesterday changed things up for your air quality, but you can notice that today we are doing good. Readings for the dust will be in good standing along with the ozone and the carbon. Hopefully it stays that way. The pollen, though, no good news here. Everything as the ash, olive, mulberry, and ragweed will be in the moderate count for today. But you can also notice that we are doing a little cooler today along with those north breezes. Notice temperatures ranging 77 degrees by noon, 3 p.m., 80 degrees. Those winds won't really be a problem for today. In the next couple of days, we're also noticing temperatures staying on the cooler trend before we warm up once again. Coming up in my full weather, we're going to be speaking a little bit more about this warming trend that's on the way. And could we see more 90s on the way? I'll let you know in my full forecast. Back to you, Orko.
Well, the Vegas Golden Knights are looking to pull a rabbit out of their hat this Easter Sunday. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup playoffs is today. The Knights will face off against the San Jose Sharks once again at T-Mobile Arena. If they win, the Vegas-born team will advance to round 2. We caught up with some players ahead of the game. They say they feel the pressure, but will use it to their advantage.
You came here to be a cup contender, and a win tomorrow would get you considerably closer to that goal than most guys get. I mean, how special is that, and is that a pressure-packed situation?
No matter the situation you're in, you can look at pressure either side. I know analysts always want to try and look at who has the most pressure, or who has the advantage in a certain game. But at the same time, this is what we've been doing since we're all 5 years old. Just go out there and play a hockey game, and we're going to enjoy playing the game in front of our home crowd, and we hope to enjoy the result.
Today's game starts at 4 p.m. 8 News Now will be live at T-Mobile with full coverage. If the Knights lose, the final matchup will take place Tuesday in San Jose. Now, this is also a big weekend for the cannabis industry. April 20th, or 420, is the national holiday for those who consume the drug. We stopped by The Grove on Swenson Street near Harmon Avenue, where they had an extra reason to celebrate. It's the dispensary's 3rd anniversary.
We opened up in 2016 as medical, and then in 2017 when rec went legal, we went with it. As far as the industry goes, it's taking off in an incredible way.
Anthony Imperial is visiting from Phoenix, Arizona. He says he doesn't just enjoy cannabis because it's fun, it's also because it helps relieve his pain.
Personally, I like it because I get relaxed, I get really stressed out, and then I throw my back out, which sucks. But smoking marijuana helps prevent that.
However you decide to celebrate, if you do, be sure to do it responsibly. Remember that while recreational pot is legal in the state of Nevada, you still can't do it in public places. Thousands packed into downtown Summerlin this weekend, all to celebrate the Earth. The 10th annual Green Fest took place yesterday. More than 100 vendors offered tips and tools to help people live more sustainably. Attendees learned more about saving power, water, and gas. There was food, live music, and interactive displays. The Green Alliance hosts this event every year. Representatives say they're happy with the progress our community has made to go green, but that there's always room for improvement.
It's not optional anymore. To me, I feel like this is the time that we all just have to really, really grab a hold of it and do everything that we can in every single way. And over the next 10 years, it just becomes the way of life.
Our own Sherry Swensk emceed the event. Tune into 8 News Now Good Day tomorrow, where she'll have more in her Living Green segment. St. Jude's Ranch brought the Easter fun a little early for some local kids. Yesterday, the Center for Children Who Have Been Abused, Neglected, or Exploited hosted its annual community Easter egg hunt at its Boulder City campus. Kids searched for eggs filled with candy and prizes. There was also one golden egg hidden for each age bracket, and those were, get this, filled with cash. The event was open to the public, but for some of the children who live on campus, this was their first time experiencing the egg hunt tradition. And as you and your family celebrate this holiday weekend, both Metro and North Las Vegas police are stepping up patrols at religious facilities around the valley. With the extra rush for churches today, authorities want to remind everyone, if you see something suspicious, say something. You can report emergencies by dialing 911 and non-emergencies at 311. To report an anonymous tip, call Crime Stoppers. That's the number at the bottom of your screen, 702-385-5555. In recent months, the I-Team has reported on fugitives in the Las Vegas Valley, and tips from our 8 News Now viewers like you have helped lead to several arrests. Now the I-Team is bringing you more exclusive access inside an operation which has unfolded over the past 2 weeks. The I-Team's Vanessa Murphy has this story on Operation Silver Star that you'll only see on 8 News Now.
It just caused all sorts of problems.
Deputy U.S. Marshal Alfredo Despi and his team work around the clock finding fugitives in southern Nevada.
People who run here, they can't hide here.
505.
Over the past 2 weeks,
It's yielded some really good results on this one.
they've amped up efforts by joining forces with more than 20 different law enforcement agencies in the state.
Kind of helps build that cohesion back and forth between all the agencies within the valley.
The I-Team was given exclusive access
2725.
for a behind-the-scenes look.
It's wanted out of the Southern District of Ohio for conspiracy to distribute and possess oxycodone and conspiracy to launder money.
We were there as one man was taken into custody.
As we speak, there are people that are out there that are being actively pursued by the marshals.
Gary Schofield, U.S. Marshal for the District of Nevada, announced Friday more than 100 arrests were made over the past 2 weeks in Clark, Nye, Washoe, and Elko counties for Operation Silver Star.
STAR stands for Strategically Targeted Apprehension and Response.
The U.S. Marshals who are based here at the federal courthouse are always looking for fugitives. But what's different about the past 2 weeks, local police agencies are using the resources of the U.S. Marshals. And they can also travel internationally. That became useful in a case against 2 Japanese business executives accused in a $1.5 billion Ponzi scheme.
It was the deputy U.S. Marshals that traveled halfway across the world to facilitate that extradition.
Also a priority, sex offenders. U.S. Marshal Gary Schofield says more than 1,000 were checked on. More than 100 could not be found, and 90 were non-compliant, so charges could come. Reporting in Las Vegas, Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
This weekend marks 2 decades since a deadly shooting at a Colorado high school. After the break, see how the Columbine tragedy brought a new cause for one grieving father to fight for. And he came to help the Las Vegas community after the 1 October shooting. Now a volunteer is hoping to do the same for Colorado families still looking to heal.